Dana White was almost gone. So get this, when the UFC was sold for over $4 billion, Dana White thought his time as president was up. He thought he was out. But the deal, the whole entire thing, went through on one condition and one condition only, that he stayed on as president. Think about that for a second.
You know, Lorenzo wanted to sell and I didn't. And Lorenzo's like, I'm done. I'm out. I can't do it anymore. Be happy for me that I'm getting out and I don't want to do this anymore. But yeah, no, I wasn't ready to sell. But, you know, obviously if these guys, if they're at that place they want to sell, $6 billion is not a bad number.
Did you think though, when that acquisition happened, that you would stay in the position that you're in? Because you're kind of, I mean, you're the face. Was there that concern as like, okay, I exit with you, or?
I'm still in a bunch of different businesses with them. We own a lot of different companies together, me and the Fertitta brothers. So I just figured, all right, what's next? What are we going to go do next? And we'll move on to the next thing. And they were like, we got to talk to you. Nobody's going to buy this if you don't stay. So, and now in hindsight, I mean, it's the greatest thing ever. We continue to break records, and I continue to, you know.
Trump calls Dana White. You can't make this stuff up. Dana White, in the middle of a podcast, gets a call. Not just any call, but a call from the President of the United States, Donald Trump himself. This is the kind of thing that only happens to Dana White, and it just proves his unbelievable pull.
I'm kind of a gym nerd, so I've been, you know.
I am too. Mr. President, how are you, sir? Yeah, I can hear you perfect. Of course, right when we start the podcast.
It's okay. We're good. We're good to go.
Hey, you can just say what just happened. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Little pause. Little pause.
Say,
little business calls.
That never happen again the rest of it.
Sage Northcutt's Dagestan trip. This is the kind of stuff that legends are made of. They took Sage Northcutt, a man known for his karate and his smile, to Dagestan. They fed him Dagestani food and made him watch the Khabib versus McGregor fight. Just imagine, what a trip.
Sage, what do you think about Dagestan food?
So good. So good. I'm eating everything.
Islam Makhachev prepares for welterweight. Get ready, folks, because Islam Makhachev is looking absolutely terrifying. He's preparing to move up to welterweight, and by all accounts, he's in peak condition. The former lightweight champion is coming for the welterweight belt, and nobody is safe.
На утреннем студенты завтракают и новости смотрят, и еще мне предъявляют, что я опоздал? А дальше что?
Joshua Van teases fight news. Joshua Van just sent a little something out into the world. He's hinting that some big fight news is coming, and that's all we needed to hear. The man is on a tear, and we are all waiting to see who he's going to fight next. Vettori versus Ferreira announced. Fight fans, get your calendars ready. We've got a new one. Marvin Vettori is back, and he's taking on Brunno Ferreira at UFC 323 in Las Vegas on December 6th. This is going to be an absolute war. Ali Abdelaziz on the PPV problem. Ali Abdelaziz is sounding the alarm, and he's not holding back. He's out here saying that outside of McGregor, the UFC has no pay-per-view stars. He says no one, not O'Malley, not Topuria, can hit 1 million buys. This is a huge, huge statement.
Yeah, because people were saying, well, no pay-per-view points, but at the same time, it has to get to a certain amount of pay-per-view buys for those points to activate.
None of the guys talk sell pay-per-view. The UFC right now have no pay-per-view star outside Conor McGregor. Nobody can hit 1 million buys. When you hit 1 million buys, that's when you start making a lot of more money. But now, as a manager, I'm just going to negotiate flat fees without pay-per-view instead of the pay-per-view. You know, this pay-per-view thing is a myth. A lot of these guys who think they talking, they O'Malley, Topuria, none of these guys sell pay-per-views. Even some of my guys on Kalaf, they don't sell pay-per-views because pay-per-view is not the way it used to be. You understand? Or somebody like Khabib or Conor, even John Jones never sold if he doesn't have like a Cormier or something like that, he never sold pay-per-view too. You know, I know all the numbers. I know who can sell and who. Sean O'Malley's supposed to be one of the biggest stars in the UFC, and I love Sean, but he never sold pay-per-views. That's the reality. A lot of these kids who follow the sport, they don't buy pay-per-views anymore. They stream it or they steal it or they watch it on Instagram, the highlight. Pay-per-view business is dead. I think the UFC make an unbelievable decision for everyone. Listen, if they get in double the money, you have to be a fool if they don't think they're gonna share some of this money.
Rampage speaks on his son's incident. This is a tough one. Rampage Jackson is opening up about the whole incident involving his son, Raja, and he's not making any excuses. He says he feels terrible for what happened to SykoStu and that he doesn't condone his son's actions. But he says he's a father and he has to have his son's back. This is as real as it gets.
You know, it's hard for me to talk about it, but you know, I'm just keeping 100. You know, I feel bad about what happened to SykoStu. You know, I don't condone what my son did at all. Very, very unfortunate. If I was there, things went down, but you know what I'm saying, I wasn't there. But you know what I'm saying, I'm a father, so you know, I gotta have my son's back, but I'm gonna let justice, you know, play out, take its course. You know, ain't much I can do on that side, but be a father. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know I can't talk about that shit. I can't talk about any details and stuff like that. I can't really go into nothing. I hope y'all can respect that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say much about that shit. You know, it's really not my place to say anything, and we gotta let this play its course. Put me in like a bad mood, you know what I'm saying? I feel bad about SykoStu and his family. His family had to see that, you know what I'm saying? And you know, all the stuff that went on. I just wish it was. I just wish I could have been there, but I couldn't. I was out of state, dropping my other kid off at college. You know, helping her move into the dorm and stuff like that. But you know. It's like, it's wild. It's wild. Now, all over the internet, so, you know, I see a lot of people editing stupid shit for clickbaits and stuff like that, and I see a lot of comments. The intelligent people kind of figure out what was going on and stuff like that, but it's a lot of like people that believe everything they see, every clip and everything. People making views so they can make money and just posting any old thing and not even remotely true, just to get clicks and shit like that, to make money. And that, you know, that's not fair. There's a lot of racist people showing their true colors and stuff, but you know, all this shit, you can't stop none of it. But you know, I'm not, you know, taking up for my son or anything like that. I'm just telling you guys facts. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm doing what any father would do. Is being a father in hard moments like this. Sometimes you're proud of your kids, and sometimes you're not proud of your kids. But at the end of the day, you're still a father. And hopefully one day I can meet SykoStu and shake his hand and have a man-to-man with him and stuff like that. But who knows? But y'all, the people that know me, y'all know me. Y'all know I got mad love for everybody, and I'm just gonna try to like get back to being myself. I don't got the right words to say, and I know whatever I say, the haters are gonna try to twist my words and say whatever they want to say. But you know, like I said, I wasn't there. I was learning what went on at the same rate as everybody else. Then I got down to the bottom of it, and I learned there's a lot of misinformation out there. So guys, don't believe every edit and stuff that you see. But my friends took me bowling so I can get my mind off of it. I hope y'all respect that I can't talk about much. I don't know. I don't even know if I said too much right now. You know what I'm saying? But y'all need to know that I don't condone Roger's conduct. I don't condone none of that happened. So we're gonna see what happened, and I'm gonna continue to be a father, and I hope SykoStu can forgive me myself as a dad, because for not understanding everything, you know what I'm saying, and let's see what happens from here.
Khabib, Topuria hasn't faced a wrestler. When Khabib talks about the lightweight division, you stop and listen. And right now, he's basically saying Ilia Topuria's title reign is living on borrowed time. He believes Arman Tsarukyan beats him 80-20, and that the UFC is protecting their new star from a real wrestling threat. High praise for Arman, and a serious warning for the champ.
Давай предположим, что все случилось, Царукян с Топурией дерутся. Ты кого видишь фаворитом в этом бою?
Я не вижу шансов у Топури.
То есть ты считаешь, что Арман нападает, да?
Тоже не дает. Арман слишком дистанционно дерется. С ударниками. Держит дистанцию хорошо, ногами лучше работает. И сейчас уже Арман слишком хорошо. У него есть материал, который он может посмотреть и хорошо изучить. Если 3 боя назад, если он с ним дрался, может, он не так опасался. Но сейчас уже видно то, чего можно опасаться от Топури. Я считаю, что в данный момент лучший боец в легком весе — это Топури.
Ты про Царукяна?
Да, я про Царукяна.
Выиграет он при этом за счет борьбы, правильно?
За счет ММА стиля.
Но
это не вольная борьба.
Но будет проходить, да?
Арман может повалить, у него хорошие локти в партере. Очень хороший локти. Может бороться, разбаривать, спину забирать.
А вот в эту опасную дистанцию с Топурией просто не зайдет.
Не зайдет, слишком уже есть бои, он уже может посмотреть, изучить. Я, например, 80-20, я вижу победителем Армана. Я считаю, что его борьба, его прессинг, его говорить, это тоже надо учитывать. Он выше него почти на 10 сантиметров, если не ошибаюсь. И он больше него весом, и в день боя он будет больше него. И, конечно, борьба, она всегда рулила. Да, особенно когда такие бои бывают. Мы все знаем, какая борьба у Холлоуэя и какая борьба у последнего Чарльза Оливера. У них ее практически нет. Они ударники. Они пошли на рожон и хапнули свое. А человек, который взял ногу, поборолся, взял корпус, поборолся. С такими он не дрался, он дрался со всеми ударниками. Волконовский не борется, другие не борются. С кем он дрался? Просто назови хоть одного, хоть чуть-чуть, даже не 50%, который хоть 20% используют борьбу. Интересный бой будет. Я считаю, что, я знаю, что UFC опасаются, не хотят его так быстро убирать, Топурию. По-любому он как медийная личность в данный момент.
И поэтому может
больше, чем Арман. Если даже вылезет, что сейчас Арман, если один бой выиграет, куда его деть?
Да, деваться некуда.
Они же не могут его спрятать.
The Nick Diaz prophecy. He saw it coming a decade ago. Unearthed footage shows Nick Diaz predicting exactly how wrestling-heavy scoring would nullify the action in the UFC. In an era where control is often king, you have to wonder, was the Stockton legend right all along?
The way that right now, today, mixed martial arts works, the way the scoring works, the way it's geared towards wrestling, I don't think it's right for martial arts, for mixed martial arts. I think that it nullifies the action. We want to see a lot of jiu-jitsu. We want to see transitions. We want to see movement. If you can hold people in elbow, just like I've always said, I'm going to have to create the same amount of space to punch down on you as a guy on bottom is going to need to make it back to his feet. But we're holding people, rubbing them out with elbows the whole time, and so that's action. So the ref's not going to stand it up. People should be called for stalling. They should be point deducted for stalling or holding. The guy should be yelling action. I think that should just be added in. This is just my opinions as a martial artist. The strong guy on steroids would love to ignore it, and he wants to go in there and avoid the fight and hold on and get the takedown and win the round. I'd love a 10-minute round.
DC still got it. Don't let the suit and tie fool you. Daniel Cormier is still a monster on the mats. New footage shows the Hall of Famer effortlessly toying with a young athlete in a sparring session. A friendly reminder that class is permanent, and DC could still be a problem for a lot of guys.
Go, Dima! You foul! No.
Let's go, Dima! Dimitri!
Come on, Dima!
Khabib's welterweight hit list for Islam. With Islam Makhachev's move to 170 on the horizon, Khabib has already scouted the landscape. And who does he see as the real threats? Shavkat, Belal, and Jack Della Maddalena. But as for Ian Gary, he says he's not a serious threat. Shots fired from the Nurmagomedov camp.
Бой Ислам Макхачев против Магдалены. От тебя прозвучало о том, что это будет самый тяжелый бой в карьере Ислама. Почему?
Ну, мы не можем сразу все карты раскрывать, потому что наши соперники тоже нас слушают. Но скажу так, что я давно слежу за Магдаленой. Он как боец очень интересный. Тогда, конечно, у меня даже в голове не было насчет боя Ислама и Магдалены, но судя по его скиллам, по его технике, по его ударке, судя по тому, как он защищается против борцов, а он дрался с борцами. Рамазан хорошо борется, Гилберт Бёрнс хорошо борется, Белал Мухаммад хорошо борется. Он дрался с такими ребятами, у кого длинные рычаги, тот же Холланд. Ну, то есть он дрался и с борцами, и с ударниками, и с физически крепкими ребятами. Он такой, знаешь, проверку прошел, 9-0 UFC чемпион. У него та команда, которая готовила Волконовского на Ислама. Вот это все вместе, если сопоставить, я вижу в нем очень грозного соперника.
Вот теперь скажи, не будем за спину смотреть Магдалену, но если бы не было Магдалены, то как дальше выглядит ситуация в 77? Кто может оказаться напротив Ислама в клетке? И там два слова о каждом из них.
Я вижу 77 Шавката как соперника, да, вот, вызывающего уважение, во-первых, во-вторых, опасения. Шавкат, Белал, Ян Герри я бы не считал бы таким грозным соперником. Шавкат, Белал, даже еще один был. Шон Брэди я не вижу. Стилистически слишком удобно. Ислам его стойки перебьет, бороться у Ислама в ноге останется. Не вижу Шон Брэди такого грозного соперника. Он, конечно, крепкий, хороший боец, но не вижу. Шавкат и Белал, и Магдалена.
Aliskerov trashes DDP's performance. Ikram Aliskerov was not impressed. He's calling Dricus du Plessis' title-losing performance against Khamzat Chimaev shameful. That's some heavy criticism from a fellow middleweight. Is he just trying to build a future fight, or did he see something the rest of us missed?
То, как Дрикус выступил, это не позор, я так понимаю, да, или как?
Мое мнение, для чемпиона позорно. Чемпион не должен так плохо себя чувствовать в борьбе. Когда все должен показать, что ты чемпион.
Ankalaev to Chimaev, welcome to 205. Khamzat Chimaev is teasing a move to light heavyweight, and Magomed Ankalaev is rolling out the welcome mat. Ankalaev says if Boers wants to test the waters at 205, he has no problem being the man to greet him. Now that is a fascinating stylistic matchup.
Как тебе выступление Хамзата Чимаева? Он сейчас стал чемпионом 84 килограмма. Как тебе бой против Дюплесси?
Да, Хамзат, я поздравляю его с этой победой. Он доказал, показал, насколько он мощный, что он может над сильным бойцом. Он 5 раундов доминирует в борьбе. Я думаю, это нелегко. Он это заслужил. Мои поздравления.
Хамзат допускал переход 63. В теории допускаешь вот такой поединок против Хамзата?
Не знаю, я пока на этом дивизионе, если кто-то захочет перейти, оспорит мой пояс, я всегда говорю добро пожаловать. Нету проблем. Если перейдет, нету проблем.
Ankalaev predicts much easier rematch with Pereira. Confidence is not an issue for Magomed Ankalaev. As he heads into his UFC 320 rematch with Alex Pereira, he's promising a much easier night at the office. He wants Poatan at 100%, so that after the fight, there can be no excuses. He's looking to leave no doubt this time.
Каким ты видишь повторный реванш, как он пройдет?
Ну, я думаю, реванш пойдет намного легче, чем первый бой, так как статистика говорит всегда, реванши со мной выходить это очень опасно. Я думаю, мы подтвердим то же самое, что со мной не стоит выходить на реванш.
Может быть, в этот раз вообще не стоит пытаться перевести Алекса, потому что ты, в принципе, перебивал ее стойки.
Все может быть. Я буду делать все, чтобы доминировать. Если бороться, надо будет бороться, биться, стойки. Я думаю, у нас не будет проблем нигде.
А ты видел отрывки тренировок Алекса Перейры, где его там борют, он встает постоянно. То есть, очевидно, он готовится к тому, что будет вставать постоянно.
Да, вполне возможно, что я не буду его переводить. Может, он это делает зря. Ну, пускай делает, готовится. Я, наоборот, хочу, чтобы он подходил к этому бою на 100% готов, чтобы у него не оставались вопросы по поводу поединка, чтобы не было таких разговоров, как в прошлом бою, что не был готов или что-то было не сделано. Я хочу, чтобы он подошел в хорошей форме и после нашего поединка, чтобы у него не было оправдания.
Poatan is in fight camp mode. The former champ is getting ready. The UFC has started filming Alex Pereira for the UFC 320 countdown shows, and the footage is classic Poatan, just stoically walking up and unleashing hell. The man is a walking weapon, and he looks locked in for his rematch with Ankalaev.
Yeah. Get ready and action.
We have to discuss this for like 30 seconds and just walk out. Probably, it's fine. It's all the same.
Wow. Nice. Good.
Makhachev on why the US is beltless. Islam Makhachev isn't pulling any punches. Why are there no American champs? He says it's simple. For his guys, it's not a sport. It's a responsibility to their family, their city, their entire republic. For them, losing isn't just an option, it's a failure they can't afford. A chillingly different level of pressure.
В Америке американских чемпионов вообще абсолютно не осталось. Единственное, Мираб, но он гражданин Америки, но по факту он грузин. С чем ты связываешь упадок американских ММА?
Просто они начали уже подписывать больше наших ребят, все из-за этого.
Первые 4 строчки в рейтинге Pound занимают ребята из Кавказа, а лет через 5 ты допускаешь, что будет не 4 бойца, а уже 10, например?
Ну, знаете, как я скажу, если будут подписывать, я со 100% уверенностью говорю, что будет очень много чемпионов с Кавказа, с Дагестана, с Чечни, потому что не секрет же, у нас ребята живут спортом. В Америке как? Ты плохо выступил, это они ни о чем не переживают. А у нас здесь за этим парнем вся семья стоит, весь город, вся республика стоит. И он чувствует эту ответственность. И вот с полной ответственностью выходит, готовится и побеждает.
Dana White meets the Chinese Trump. You can't make this stuff up. Dana White, the ultimate promoter, face-to-face with a man being called the Chinese Trump. I don't know what was said. I don't know what deals were made. But you just know, that's a picture worth $1 billion and 1,000 wild stories. What a world.
Welcome. Look at this guy. Nice to meet you. Welcome to China. Welcome to Shanghai.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So I heard you arrived yesterday.
I did.
Right? So how was your flight? How's everything?
It was perfect.
How's the sleep?
Excellent.
How's Shanghai treating you right
Incredible.
now?
I love the city.
Did you get a chance to look around?
I did. We've looked around a little bit, yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great. You're hosting a fight in the White House. That's a tremendous idea. I like it so much. It's incredible. And is there a chance? Because I'm also a big fan myself. Is there a chance I can get a ticket, maybe, invitation or something?
Yeah,
I'd love to come.
I think we can get you in there.
Is that too much to ask?
No,
okay.
not at all. We'd love to have you.
Okay, thank you.
Ortega pulled from rankings, and there it is. The UFC doesn't wait around. After the loss, Brian Ortega has been officially removed from the fighter rankings. From title contender to unranked in the blink of an eye. It's a cold, harsh business, folks, and it shows just how quickly your fortunes can change in this game. The Johnny Walker takedown special. Did we just see that? Johnny Walker, the wild, unpredictable striker, shaves his mustache and shoots for a takedown in the first 5 seconds. Are we watching Johnny Walker or Johnny Chimaev? You never ever know what you're going to get with this guy, and that's exactly why you can't look away. Brazil's main event curse is broken. Finally, the streak of heartbreak is over. Johnny Walker breaks the miserable 2025 curse for Brazilian fighters in main events. They were 0 for 10 before this. You could almost feel the collective sigh of relief from an entire nation of fight fans. One win has never felt so big. Kick banned, the fallout for Rampage Jackson. The consequences are coming in fast. Rampage Jackson gets booted from Kick right after hearing the man he assaulted had flatlined. The digital world that made him famous in an instant is now casting him out. This situation is spiraling, and it's a stark reminder that online actions have severe, real-world repercussions.
Hello?
Hey, where the hell are you at? I told you to double leg that motherfucker and start welding. I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's in the ring, flatline, bro.
My bad.
You didn't have to do all that. I understand y'all had heat. You didn't have to take advantage.
I'll call you back later.
Alright.
Let's go. Ready? In the car. Let's go.
Rampage's bail money prophecy. Wow. Talk about foreshadowing. Just a few weeks ago, Rampage Jackson was on a podcast saying he was saving up bail money for his son Raja because he knew college wasn't in the cards. It was played for a laugh then, but nobody is laughing now. A father's grim prediction just became a grim reality.
Raja and his oldest son, whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew they was going to college. So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Raja and his brother. So don't him. If you go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out.
The spar that nearly sparked a war. Rampage Jackson was seeing red. He talks about watching his son take a head kick in what was supposed to be a light spar, and you can hear the fury. He said he was ready to jump in there and fight the guy himself. It gives you a little insight into that protective instinct, the like father, like son mentality that may have just boiled over.
Okay, so this is what happens. When you bring a camera to the gym, people like to show out. And Roger's live on stream. That nigga know what he was doing. And Roger said, all right, we're going easy, we're going light. And then other people just pick it up and do stupid shit. Like, you do not do no spinning head kick when you're going easy. This is not something you do. You can't even really control the power on a spinning kick like that unless you're advanced. You got to be very experienced. If that guy was Roger's size, his weight class, he would have been knocked out. And I would have been up at that gym fighting that motherfucker.
Rampage to DDP, don't even say the word rematch. Quinton Rampage Jackson is holding nothing back on Dricus du Plessis. He says DDP shouldn't even be thinking about a rematch and needs to drop a weight class after that loss. When a legend like Rampage tells you to pack your bags and move, that's a tough pill to swallow. Brutal honesty from one of the OGs.
Should he and his team try to seek an immediate rematch?
No.
You just got destroyed.
You just got destroyed.
Yeah,
like, DDP shouldn't even say the word re or match in the same sentence in an interview.
Yeah.
Hey, with all due respect,
Yeah.
DDP need to probably go to a different weight class. He probably should like go drop down a weight.
No, he's too big to drop down.
He's stuck.
Yeah.
And then TJ.
McGregor's Italian light spars. McGregor is back in the gym, this time in Italy, and he's sparring with some young guns. But from the looks of it, the Notorious One wasn't exactly taking it easy on them. He's always on,
1 minute gone.
Bum, bum, bum. So I go like this. And even arrest him. He's under arrest. If I hit him here, it's over. Bum, bum, bum. Okay? 1, 2, 3. I want to finish. Bum, 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 bum.
The Makhachev Chimaev question, a diplomatic answer. The one question everyone wants to ask, Islam versus Khamzat. And Islam gives the most diplomatic answer possible, saying he doesn't want to create conflict between our people. That tells you everything. This isn't just a fight, it's a politically and culturally sensitive matchup that both men seem very hesitant to even entertain.
Хамзат Чимаев взял титул в среднем весе. Очень интересно твое мнение о его выступлении, насколько ты был впечатлен этим. И еще Хамзат еще до этого боя вот сказал, что самая быстрая дорога на первую строчку pound for pound – это поединок с чемпионом в полусреднем весе. Если ты станешь чемпионом в полусреднем, ты будешь готов принять поединок с Хамзатом?
Ну, сейчас, отвечая на этот вопрос, я не хочу открывать двери для всяких раздоров между нашими народами. Но посмотрим, у меня бой впереди тяжелый. Был впечатлен над доминацией. Думаю, он распределял силы, нигде не форсировал, даже в удары не вкладывался. Просто у него была цель стать чемпионом. Я думаю, если захотел бы, форсировал бы, можно было нанести больше ущерба и финишировать. А так удивил, что так легко переводил и столько времени смог контролировать.
Makhachev eyes a super fight with El Matador. First things first, he's got JDM. But Islam Makhachev is already looking at the horizon, and he sees Ilia Topuria. He admits there's intrigue there and floats the idea of a super fight, a dominant former lightweight champ versus the brash, powerful double champ. Sign me up yesterday.
Твой следующий бой после Мадалены пройдет в 77?
Не могу сказать точно. Есть Топурия какая-то, интрига. Мне самому тоже интересен этот бой. Может получится сделать какой-то супербой. Или, как я сказал, посмотрим по весу.
A fan's request, a champ's promise. A fan puts it to Islam directly. Go back to 155, destroy Topuria, and shut him up for good. Makhachev's response? 3 simple words, as you wish. Chills. That's the confidence of a champion who believes he can grant any wish, solve any problem, and beat any man put in front of him.
А также хотел бы попросить тебя вернуться в легкий вес, чтобы ты уничтожил Топурию, и он наконец-то заткнулся и не говорил ничего о бойцах из Дагестана.
Все, как
Ислам Макхачев чемпион!
Как ты хочешь, все сделаем.
Thanks for watching. Smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe.